Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Aatmbodh. So in this video I'm going to talk about a very intense and very misunderstood placement, Mars in the 8th house, especially in the Navamsha chart. And honestly, this is one of the placement which people get scared of. But personally I find it very powerful, very deep and in many ways even beautiful. Before we start, if you are new here, do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. And if you want a personal consultation, you can contact me for that. So let's begin. First, you need to understand what 8th house actually is. The 8th house is not a simple house. It is not like 1st, 5th, 10th, very straightforward. This is a complicated house. It deals with things like your marriage longevity, your in laws, joint assets, sudden events, hidden emotions, and also your spirituality. In fact, this is also a moksha house. So, this is the house where life doesn't go in a straight line. This is the house where things break and then rebuild. It's the house of transformation. Now, imagine Mars sitting here. Mars is not a calm planet. Mars is about energy, aggression, courage, passion, anger, action. So, when this kind of planet comes into the 8th house, it doesn't stay quiet, it activates the house. And that's why I call this placement the Phoenix placement. Because these people, no matter how many times life knocks them down, they rise again. One thing you will always notice with Mars in the 8th house people, life is not smooth. It's not like everything goes in a straight, predictable way. They go through phases, extreme ups and extreme downs. Sometimes situations come where it feels like everything is over, emotionally, financially, mentally, but then somehow they get up again, stronger and different, and almost like a new person. And this doesn't happen just once. This can happen couple of times in life. So in one lifetime they live multiple lives. Now, especially if I specifically talk about Navamsha, this placement becomes very important for marriage because the 8th house's Navamsha shows how much effort you will put into marriage, what kind of adjustment you will have to make, and what karma you are carrying into marriage. And with Mars here, adjustment is not optional. You will have to adjust, you will have to compromise. Sometimes your partner may be very different from you. Sometimes their family may be very different. Sometimes even financial background can be different. So there's a lot of learning through friction in this scenario. And a big part of this placement is in-laws because 8th house directly connects to your spouse's family. So Mars here can create power struggles. Not always, but very often. There can be dominance issues, ego clashes, control issues. Sometimes you may feel like you have to prove yourself. Sometimes you may feel like they are too interfering. And sometimes, honestly, it feels karmic. Like these people are not random, they are here to settle something. Now, depending on Mars, everything changes. If Mars is strong, like in Aries, Scorpio, exalted or well supported, then what happens is you still face challenges, but you handle them. You fight through them. You don't give up on the relationship easily. In fact, you become someone who will do everything to make the marriage work. Even in laws, even if different, may still support you. But if Mars is weak or afflicted here, then the same energy becomes difficult. Then what happens? Anger increases, arguments increase, misunderstandings increase. You may struggle to control your reactions, and sometimes small issues can turn into big conflict. Here's another interesting thing about these people, they are not always outwardly aggressive. In fact, Many of them look very calm, very normal. You won't even realize how intense they are inside. But the moment they are pushed beyond a limit, they change completely. That hidden mask comes out, and then they become extremely strong, extremely fearless. This is that silent but dangerous kind of energy. Financially, also, this is a mixed placement. You can gain, especially through joint assets, partner, inheritance, or your own skills. But at the same time, there can be risk taking behavior. You may take impulsive decisions, spend emotionally, or enter high risk situations. So, discipline becomes very important. Emotionally, this placement is very deep. These people feel things very intensely. Sometimes they carry a lot of suppressed emotions, anger, frustration, pain from past experiences. Maybe they have gone through things where they had to tolerate a lot. And that energy doesn't disappear, it stays inside and comes out later. So, if not handled properly, it can create emotional outbursts. Health wise, also, some issues can come, especially related to digestion, minor surgeries, or dental issues. But one good thing about Mars here is that these people have strong recovery power. Even if they fall, they always bounce back. Now, because this is also a moksha house, this placement pushes you toward inner growth. At some point in life, you will start questioning things deeply. You will want to understand yourself. You may move towards spirituality, meditation, healing. Because ultimately, this placement is not just about struggle, it is about transformation. Now, coming to one common question, Manglik. Some people say Mars in 8th is Manglik, some say it's not. Personally, I don't consider this is a deal breaker. Mars alone is not enough to ruin marriage. In fact, planets like Saturn, Ketu, Sun, they can create bigger issues. So don't panic just because of this placement. Many a times, due to Jupiter's aspect, the negative impact of Mars also get cancelled. So it is important to take consideration various aspects that happens in the Lagna Kundli and Navamsha as well. Now, what can you do to balance this energy? Very simple but very important things. Learn to control your anger and speech. Do journaling. It really helps release emotions. Practice meditation or even chakra healing. And very importantly, do some physical activity. Mars needs an outlet. If you don't give it one, it will come out in the wrong way. So, overall, this is not an easy placement, but it is a very powerful one. These people are fighters. They may break, but they don't say broken. They come back again and again, stronger each time. That's why I call it the Phoenix placement. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.